everybody, happy Halloween. I hope everybody's having a safe and fabulous Halloween. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking to you guys because I noticed you guys like those videos kind of a little bit more than my covers. So this is going to be all my paranormal and scary experiences throughout my life because I've seen that going around and it's Halloween, so why not? So enjoy the video. Scariest real life experience would have to be when I was followed home from work one night. This is like 2 years ago, and it was like around like Christmas time, and I was walking home. It was like maybe 10 o'clock at night, and I was listening to music. I had like the biggest headphones on, and I blast my music when I'm alone. So I'm walking, and I like, you know, if you get that feeling like someone's behind you, I had that feeling. So I look, and there's a guy like standing 10 feet away from me walking, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking he's just gonna walk ahead of me or something, or past me. So I start walking a bit slower, but then I realize he's walking slower, so he's still remaining 10 feet behind me. I was like, okay. Kind of just didn't want to like think about it. Like 10 minutes pass by, I'm like halfway home and he's still behind me, so I'm like, this is kind of weird. And then I remember my mom bought me pepper spray, so I put my hand in my bag and I'm holding the pepper spray in my hand, like in my bag, and I turn on the switch so that way if anything happens I could just spray it and run away. So I'm still walking, 5 more minutes pass, he's still there, and I was just terrified at that point. I was like, what the fuck, what's going on? And at this point, I'm like sprinting, not sprinting, but like I'm about to start running to get away, and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I see him like right in front of me. So I was like, what? I was like, excuse you, what is it? And he's speaking, like, I don't know what language he was speaking, but he was not speaking English. And I was just like, standing there like, what? And he's still going, he's pointing at me, he's pointing at everything. I'm like, what? I don't know who he is. I was just terrified. So when the light turned green for the cars to go, I crossed the street and almost get hit by a car, but I'm running and running and running, and I run around the block to the back exit of my apartment, and I run inside, and I was just terrified. I was so scared. I was like, what the hell just happened? Scariest paranormal experience would have to be was when I slept over at my grandmother's house one night, and it was maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, and I finally fell asleep. I was having trouble sleeping that one night, and I was about 13 when this happened, and I was asleep, and all of a sudden I heard somebody saying my name in my ear, like whispering it. So I'm thinking it's my grandma, maybe she's awake, maybe she needs help or something. So I wake up and I look over, and me and her, we shared a bed at the time, so we're sleeping in the same bed. I look over and she's dead asleep. She wasn't moving, she was snoring. That's how I know she was dead asleep. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, I just thought it was nothing, so I was just like, oh my god, I was freaking out. And then I wake up the next morning, and my grandma said, did you hear somebody calling your name last night? I was like, yes. And she's like, I thought that was, I don't know who that was. She's like, it wasn't me though. Like, I thought it was you talking in your sleep. I'm like, why would I be talking in my sleep saying my own name? But it freaked us both out, so I was like, oh my god. No, I do not know anybody convicted of a violent crime. Surprisingly not. I thought I would. I had to go through my list of friends, and so far I don't know anybody. Yes, I am deathly terrified of the dark. For about 12 years of my life, I slept with a nightlight every single night. I could not sleep with one because I was terrified. I am so scared of the dark. I'm scared of the unknown. Like, it's just so quiet and so just disturbingly alarming to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't. I get like a panic attack when I think about it. I'm terrified of the dark, just completely and utterly terrified. I don't think I have a favorite urban legend. I have a favorite scary story. I think it's a classic scary story, but I remember I had like a book. I think I could go find it. Let me go find it. This is one of my favorite scary stories to read, or it's a book about, like, has like a bunch of scary stories in it, and I think my favorite one is, where is it? not that one. It is, hold on, it's like really, really like disturbing. Okay, it's this one. It's called The Haunted House. And there's a picture in it I don't want to show you because it's very, very like gory. But if you guys know what I'm talking about, this was like the shit when I was a kid. I used to love reading this. I still read this book all the time. It's awesome. So yeah, mine is The Haunted House. Go pick it up. You can take a look at it just to see what it is. It's called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the 25th anniversary edition. The author's name is Schwartz. There's no first name. It just says Schwartz. So yeah, that's what it is. It's awesome. I have very scary nightmares. I think the scariest one, the one where I woke up in like a cold sweat, was when I was little and for some reason I was on like a ship and I was just walking around. I was with my grandma at the time and we were just walking, we just started talking. All of a sudden I look over, she's not there no more, so I'm trying to find her and I'm just like, what the hell, I can't find anybody. All of a sudden it's like I somehow managed to get into like the deck inside of the ship, I guess. I don't really know what it's called, but I somehow managed to get inside and I was like looking through all these doors. I open one door, I see like a guy holding a head and smiling at me. I was just like, what? I just shut the door. I go to another door and I open it and I see like this like white mist and then I just shut the door again. And I opened another door and there's like a girl sitting there with her back to me and her head starts turning and I didn't want to see the rest of it. So I just slammed the door shut and I start running and running and running. I'm still looking for her. I hear my grandma, I hear her screaming. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God. I start like crying and I'm trying to find her and I'm trying to find her. I don't know where she is. I was just freaking out. So finally I open the next door and she's right there. She's like, I see her on the floor and she's just like, she's in tears crying. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And I'm little when this is happening. I'm like, what's the matter? I don't know what's the matter. And she's like, she's about to tell me what happened. All of a sudden I feel like a tug. Like I feel something pulling me and I start screaming and she's screaming to come get, like she's screaming to come to grab me and it pitch black and then I wake up in like a cold sweat. I'm crying, like there's tears down my face as I woke up. My cheeks were wet because I was crying in my sleep. And I was so scared. I ran into my parents' bed and I like I cried to my mom, like, Mom, can you just hug me? Like, can we just fall asleep, please? I was terrified. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't. That was the scary tag. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want, you can like this video, subscribe. You probably don't want to. You probably have better shit to do with your life. And happy Halloween.